Hey, this is Chris, and welcome to episode 4 of Bike Monday. Today we're going to go up the green belt of Scottsdale, starting down here in Tempe. Again, starting going up a little bit north and then back around through a different way coming back. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the ride. So it's pretty nice out right now. I think it's probably below 90. It's going to get warm. Today they said it's going to be over 100 again. I live here in the Phoenix area and we've been breaking records, so gotta get out a little earlier. I'm out a little bit, later than I wanted to be. It's around 9 o'clock, 9:30, and but it actually feels really nice. The nice thing about a dry heat is that when you do get out there and it's a little, when you start to sweat and then you get on this bike and the breeze cools you off right away. It's kind of like a little evaporative cooling. So this is the Scottsdale green belt. Doesn't look so green just yet, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So this used to be kind of a runoff for a wash over on the right hand side. If I lean over that way, you can see a little bit, lots of trees. There's actually a little pond in there. And a while back they decided to make this kind of a recreational area. It's very nice. When I was a kid, and I hate to really age myself, but this was just a wash. And then they built it into what they call the green belt. And right here, it's pretty much left untouched. These trees, some of them might have been planted, but for the most part, they're all volunteers. There's again pond down there. And we go this way. Cool thing about it is we aren't going to cross a single road. Howdy. It's funny. That's something I wanted to talk about. How they didn't say hi. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go underneath all the roads or over them. That's kind of cool. Whoa, they painted this green. So what I wanted to talk about was different kinds of bikes, different kinds of bike clubs, or what do they call it, like herds, or different tribes, people, different types of bikes. And we just passed a couple of I guess you call them road bikers, older road bikers, and they tend to not wave or say hi when they go by them. It's like, oh, you're not in spandex, you're not one of me. But I've pretty much been in every bike tribe since I was a kid, except maybe BMX. Never did BMX. I mean, I've had, when I was a kid, the Apple Crate Schwinn, to cruisers, to 3-speeds, to road bikes, racing bikes. The bike I'm on now, maybe I'll show you later. It's a touring bike. Howdy. Good morning. And built for the long haul. It's called the long haul trucker. I like it because it's sturdy, comfortable, not meant to go fast. And then there's the e-bikers, the people who have different kinds of bikes with electric assist. I have one of those, and I kind of wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Just that, all these bikes get you out there in the sunshine and they're all good, whatever you're using. Even if it's an e-bike where you just push a throttle and it takes you anywhere you want to go, like a moped, at least you're out there riding. All right. That hill took a little out of me. Howdy. Morning.
Closed it.
So, yeah, the reason I'm a little out of breath is one of the things I want to talk about is that as it gets hotter, I'll probably switch off of this bike and move on to my e-assist bike, which I bought because I had a heart attack. Good old heart attack. Yeah, a few years back. It seems to be, more than 5 years back now. Anyway, 5 years ago or so. And I had 3 stents put in my chest. And unfortunately, during the heart attack, it damaged my heart a little bit. And I don't have the kind of stamina that I had when I was a road racer. When I was riding my bike and wearing the spandex clothes, I was one of those guys who looked like a stuffed sausage in his spandex. I never was skinny, never been skinny. And but I did 111 mile rides and anyway, after the heart attack, I had to get back on the bike. I wanted to get back on the bike, and an e-bike was the way to go, mainly because I could ride it, and then if I needed to get back to my car or back to my house, I could crank up the electric assist to help me back without overexerting myself. Again, here's the green belt. Not so green just yet. This is just water runoff area, and there's a big fence around it, so you can't get out there. But we'll get there. We'll get to the green belt. Anyway, so e-bikes are useful to get people out. I wouldn't have been able to ride a bike. I wouldn't be able to do this right now. I wouldn't be able to push myself a little harder. Bug went in my mouth. And but I can now a little bit more. Hey, I'm testing the wind right here. It's very windy. Let's see how it sounds on the mic. That's my friend Steve, who has a YouTube channel. It's very windy right now, so let's see how the sound is when I get back. Anyway, here we are going underneath the road. Howdy. So e-bikes are very useful for getting people out there, and there's different kinds of e-bikes. There's the kind I have, I have 2 of them actually, but one of them is a pedal assist only. It means you don't get the benefits of the electric motor until you start pedaling, and it just gives you a little extra oomph, which is awesome. It just makes you go faster and further, and you still pedal. You're still getting exercise. There's no throttle. The other one I have is a kit that I had put on my bike by a company called Switch, and I had a throttle added to it. And I had to say it, when you come to a hill like this little hill here, hi, as you're pedaling along, and you say, oh, let me get a little extra, and you push that throttle, it just carries you up the hill without pedaling. You get used to that. I might take advantage of it a little bit too much. Oh, I just noticed there's some disc golfers around. Oh yeah, disc golfers. I can smell the marijuana. I'm surprised there's more non-e-bikers today. I usually pass everybody has an e-bike. So far, everybody hasn't. The other thing is, I watched this video on the largest manufacturer of bicycles in the Netherlands, because they ride a lot of bikes in the Netherlands. And the guy was saying we have converted to mostly e-bikes now, or e-assist. And then he showed this collection of non-e-bikes. Sorry, I got distracted. There's like a baseball game going on over here, and it looks like it's it's like semi-professionals. Oh, here's a whole bunch of bikers.
To play.
It's a tour. All right, now we're entering into the green belt area, and you can see there's water flowing through. Anyway, back to my story about the bikes. And this company, the guy said, "Oh, these are our e-bikes, and these are our acoustic bikes, kind of like electric guitars and acoustic guitars." Oh, what happened here? Detour. All right, a detour. Temporary bike path. Interesting. Oh, something new. Looks like they're digging up the lake. There was a lake here, and maybe they're maybe they're doing something inside of it. There's a little road you have to cross, but it's really not that busy. Huh. So I'm on an acoustic bike today. Here, I'll stop talking for a little bit and just ride. Good morning. Hey. Morning. Hey, everybody's all nice and saying hi. Now watch, let's see a road biker go by. See if they wave or nod their head or smile. I hope I never was like that when I was wearing my spandex, riding the carbon fiber bike, you know. I mean, back then it was all about time and distance and cadence and power, you know, all these different things you measure. But you know, how do you measure how much fun you're having, you know? I don't even keep track of how far I go anymore, or even how long I go for a bike ride. I figure it out after I do the road video, maybe. Like, oh, I was out for a while. Sorry. That probably looked really bad on the video. It wasn't as close as it looked, but it was close. What you gonna do? Sometimes you just have to go for it. We all have to share. Pedestrians have the right of way, of course. This is not a bike path. This is a pedestrian bike path. So share the road. I don't know what people think about using the bell. I use the bell for people with dogs because, you know, the dog wanders out in front of you and can cause a real issue. Just, you know, hold your dog close when coming by. Oh yeah, you know what they're doing? They're kind of resurfacing that lake and putting in a big getting wet, free shower. They're putting in a big lining on the inside because it probably was seeping into the ground and losing a lot of water. Well, that cooled me off. I don't have fenders on this bike. Howdy. Yeah, no wave. And no wave. Over here is a skate park. Maybe we'll stop in and check out the skate park. See what's going on. My son used to skate here. I never did skate here. I used to skate, but this wasn't around when I was a kid. But this is pretty cool. See some kids on bikes too, and sometimes you see people on scooters. Anyway, kids doing skates.
There's like no respect there because you're like, I didn't literally.
I'm not gonna ride in the bowl. So off we go. Howdy. Distinct smell of marijuana at the skate park. And a nice little fountain. It's nice to have these water features out here. Let's see, get back into the merge into the red lane. Morning. Howdy. Morning. Let's go this way. A little crowded in there. So if you're watching this and you're a cyclist, what kind of bike do you ride? Or do you have more than one? You know, there's always that equation for how many bikes is enough, and it's whatever the number of bikes you have plus one. A lot of people always want another bike. I don't. I used to have 8 bikes, believe it or not. And I whittled them down. You know, I had like a cruiser bike and a racing bike and another bike that was kind of vintage. Kind of down to 4. And they each have a purpose. I don't have a mountain bike anymore. I don't have a cross trail bike. I don't have a city bike. This one covers most of that. And I have a vintage Raleigh that I don't ride that much. It's more of an art piece from 1958. I have a folding bike that you can throw in the back of the car, which is kind of cool. It has a battery and a motor on it, but it can be ridden without any battery, and it doesn't feel too heavy. Then I have a full-on e-bike, which is very heavy. It's kind of expensive. It's it'll show itself when the heat rises here, and I can cruise around on that when it's over 100 degrees. A couple e-bikes. You wouldn't be able to ride that fat tire bike for very long if you didn't have an electric motor. I guess it's comfortable, it's cushy, but personally, I don't think those big fat tire bikes are really that efficient. They make a lot of noise. But anyway, as long as they like it. It does make it a cushy ride, I guess, having big tires. Hey, let me through. Over here you can see a little bit more of the green belt. Here we're going through some cottonwood trees, giant cottonwood trees, next to this lake. A very green lake. I think that color is not natural. And then there's a golf course that goes through here. It's a public course. Just pay and play. You don't have to be a member of a club. Can't remember what the name of this one is. Continental, maybe? I don't know. Can't remember. I'm not a golfer. Just have to watch out for golf balls. You're right. They have cleaned this up quite a bit. This used to be very overgrown. Hi. There's a, see, no pedaling, moving fast, using that throttle. So I think some people use them as actual transportation to get from here to there, which is perfectly fine with gas prices the way they are. It's shady out here. I love it. I don't know how long this bike ride will be today. I may cut it up in the post-video editing, make it a little shorter. Maybe I'll make 2 versions, one long one and one short one. I don't know. I'm just playing around with this. We'll see how it goes. So we made it to Thomas Road. For those of you in Phoenix, started in Tempe, we're at Thomas. It says there's a bike stop with restrooms over there. We're not going that way. We're gonna go up this little hill. I have a route in mind that I want to take. Yeah, this hill here was one that, without my e-bike before, after the heart attack, I couldn't do this right now. You know, I'm pedaling up this hill. You know, the nice thing about this bike, it's got 21 gears, so if you know how to use your gears, you can shift up and down. I probably don't even need the triple cogs at the front of the bike. I tend to use just the one. It'd be smart to downshift into the other one or use the middle one, but I made it. At times, it seems like I don't have a big enough speed. You know, like if I'm going down a hill, I can't pedal anymore. I'm just spinning. So, bike is really made for hills. I could get way down low granny gear, and some of you could walk past me with me pedaling. It's crazy. Hey, so what do you think of this area?
That's super
How do-
It's just electric.
Man, I would love to do like live feeds on my bike and talk to people while I'm riding. That'd be so cool. I don't know how you do that. I don't know if it's easy, or if I have to have a lot of subscribers or something. There's somebody hitting a golf ball. I went on the grass, that's good. Okay, I gotta watch. Luckily I have a helmet on. Too close to the golf course. Alright, we're going over a bridge this time. Howdy. Free oranges. You never know if they're ornamental. Ornamental oranges are just what that means. They're there to be pretty, but not to be eaten. Why did anybody create ornamental oranges? I don't know. Because, you know, regular oranges look pretty good too. And they can be eaten. More golf course. It is a beautiful day to golf. We're still in March. Very close to April. What is March 22nd today? Hey, a little pit stop there. I saw somebody I knew. Good friend, my best man. He, so Glenn, if you're watching, there you are. I cut you out most of the video, but you were in there for a second. So I had to backtrack a little bit, which is all good. Beautiful day. There's that guy cruising on his, like a triathlon style. So we'll go over this bridge twice, I think. I'll pause. Yeah, rollerblader. I used to rollerblade down here. It's been a while. It's a lot of work. Especially on hills. Rollerblading up a hill, no fun. Sometimes rollerblading down a hill, no fun. It's kind of scary. Some Canadian geese at the golf course. Howdy. Oh, it's pretty warm down here for geese. And it's pretty cold up there where they're from, though, so I guess they're okay. I'm surprised how long they stay. Sometimes the geese are down here till April, almost May. I've seen a few of them hanging out. Thing is about the hot weather here, we've had the hottest March ever, which you think might mean it's a hot summer coming, but you never know. I mean, I've had it where it's really nice in June. May and June can be nice here. It's just crazy. Hate to surprise people. Alright, I think I'll turn around here actually. Sometimes this little pond, I guess you'd call it a pond, to my right is a place for miniature speedboats. There's a single goose there. That's probably what these guys are doing. They race these boats around this pond. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna check them out as we go by. Turn around here, get past where I need to go.